Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Facebook Friday. My name is Eric Hammond of the Orange Stack. We go live every Friday morning, 10 a.m. Pacific time, somewhere in San Diego County. Guys, we're out on the beach today in Oceanside, and man, what an amazing summer it's been. We've had some crazy hot days, we've had some cool days. It's kind of overcast today. The reason I'm out here today, this is awesome beachfront property, right? You're literally on the beach. I mean, check this house out. You can't even, we can just a little bit so you can see it. Check out this little house here. Probably been here for like 50 years. An incredible spot. It's just surrounded by tons of rental properties, an unbelievable spot. Man, this is like Airbnb heaven, right? We actually rented a spot here a few years ago along the coast here, and just such a beautiful place. I love the coast. I'm from California originally, and I love the Pacific Ocean. I also love Florida, and the beaches over there are amazing too. Much, much warmer. But anyway, the reason I'm out here today, guys, is life is pretty awesome, right? It's 2018, it's the middle of the summer for me. It's right in the middle of July. Whenever you watch this video, I don't know what you're up to, but I'm hoping you're having a fantastic summer, because the beaches are usually packed. Today it's kind of sparse, maybe because it's 10 in the morning and nobody's awake yet. But the point is life is amazing, right? Like, you could be having the most unbelievable real estate year of your life right now, and you also might be having the most challenging year of your life. You might be brand new to real estate and saying, man, Eric, I just want to sell my first house. I'm just following you along, trying to get ideas. I just want to sell my first house and get this real estate ball going. What do I do next? We talk about how to grow your business on this channel and how to help you, motivate you, inspire you, get you to that next level. It's business tips and strategies and tactics that help you work. Our other channel on Thursdays that come out is all about using social media in your business. We're a social media agency. I'm a past real estate agent myself. Been in the business coming up on 10 years almost. It's almost been a decade. It's crazy. But what I want to get into today is really appreciating where you are, right? Like, so many of you look at yourself and say, man, life is rough. Times have been hard. I have a challenging part of my life right now. I don't know how to get through it, right? Like, that's what you're saying to yourself. The thoughts are killing you. Guys, as the description of this post says, it's 2018. You need to be more grateful for things. This is kind of a quick punch in the gut to say, be grateful for where you are. Can you imagine doing real estate in 1980, 1990 even, pre-internet? Like, do you remember the days when, if you're old enough, that they actually used to have a real estate listing book in your area that you would have to thumb through all the pages just to find a listing? So when you got a new client and they're like, look, we're ready to go. We're gonna be buying that $1 million house in $1980, and we're gonna go all out, and we're gonna put down half cash, and we want this dream home, and it's gotta look like this, and we need a pool, and we need the view to look like this, and it's gotta be this style. You can't just open up the MLS. You can't just open up Zillow or Redfin or any of these platforms and say, okay, let's find that next property. This kid's screaming like crazy here. You can't just go on the internet and find these things back in 1980. You literally had to go to your office, pull out the fat listing binder, and sort through page after page after page of listings so you could find what you're looking for. And chances are back then they had one little picture about this big that an agent took of the front of the house. They didn't have, you know, the description throughout the whole house. They didn't have a virtual walkthrough. They didn't have a drone flying over to show you what that property looked like. They had one picture. So you had to call the agent who had that listing if it wasn't already in your office. You had to go and do some homework on it. The effort that it took to find that client, that one property that was going to work for them, was so much work. You're probably lucky to have sold 20 houses an entire year, where right now there's teams who are closing 200, 500, 800 homes per year. That just wasn't possible back then unless you had a team of 50 people probably. So, guys, what happened was the internet came out. The internet is incredible. The internet's done more for our generation and our world and our time than anything has ever done before. And barring, you know, airplanes and medical attention and just being able to live longer, right? Like, my parents are in their 70s, and, you know, 100 years ago, they would have been dead by now. That was just what life expectancy was. And while my parents aren't the most healthy people in the world, they could live to be 20, 30 years older than they are right now. They could even live to be 40 years older than they are right now because of modern science. So there's some amazing things that are happening right now. Just think about some of the other things that the internet's done, right? It's allowed to communicate. Right now, I'm standing on a beach in the middle of Oceanside, And to think that when this house is built behind me, there was none of this around here. There was no internet, there's no cell phones, there's no wireless mic that I have. For me to be able to do this, to set up a small device and transmit throughout the whole entire world, that anybody, no matter where they can be, can watch this right now for free, is incredible. I literally have the device already. I pay a couple bucks a month to have my cell phone service. And other than that, I can transmit this information anywhere in the world for free. How cool is that? Guys, there's been never a better opportunity to communicate with your audience, to try to find new people to influence, to motivate, to inspire, to connect with. If you're trying to sell a home in 2018, you've never had a better opportunity than you have right now. I just want you to take a moment this weekend and appreciate what that means. What can you do with the internet that you've never thought about before? Guys, the internet is, in my mind, one of the most amazing things that's ever happened. And who knows what's coming next? I mean, right? We're on this snowball effect of technology that's coming, but the internet has opened up so much possibility for you. Think about the resources that you have at your fingertips that the President of the United States didn't have 25 years ago. That the technology that exists on this phone, wasn't available to anybody, no matter how much money they wanted to spend 40 years ago. So guys, you have this at your fingertips. You have 8 or 9 social media platforms that pretty much contain a huge majority of the world's population. If you're here to communicate, to influence somebody, to try to reach a new audience and try to be that impactful person in their life, you have the greatest opportunity. Don't let your mindset talk you out of it. One of my fears is talking out to other people. I mean, I'm not afraid to teach classes and things like that, but just like, I can see myself in this camera, and behind me there's people walking by. I'm wondering what they're thinking of me right now. I'm wondering if they can hear me, what I'm saying. There's a group of people coming along the beach right now. I'm wondering if they're thinking, who's this weirdo talking to his cell phone on the beach right now? Those are some of the things that go on in my mind, and it can disable me if I let it. Or I can just push them aside and say, look, I've never seen these people before. Who cares about who they are? Who cares if they think I'm weird? Who cares if they think I'm the strange guy standing here talking to my cell phone on the side of the beach when everyone else is getting in the water? I know that by me doing this, it's going to reach new people. I could potentially talk to 10,000 people over the next 7 days through this platform, and hopefully encourage you guys to do something great with your life. Go out and try something new that you've never done before. Put your fears and your disbeliefs and the things that are holding you back aside for just a moment and think about what's possible, right? Think about what you can do in this life. Think about the people that you can influence. That's what my message is today, is appreciate the internet, appreciate how easy life is now compared to what your grandparents had to go through and the struggles that they had in their business. If you're an entrepreneur and you're going through something right now, just put it aside right now and think, what did my grandparents have to do and what were they able to do with their businesses? And what are some of the other entrepreneurs doing that they may have had to gone through that I don't, because they did it for me. So that's my message this Friday, guys. It's unbelievable. I'm hoping, again, you're having a fantastic summer. Enjoy the rest of it. There's about 30-40 days left, depending on when your school starts for your kids and what you're doing. And if you're just single and loving life, then it's always summer, right? Just enjoy it. Enjoy your life. So guys, thanks for following along. Again, my name is Eric Hammond of the Orange Stack. I appreciate you if you follow along. And if there's somebody right now who's struggling in your life right now, who may need to hear this message, who's saying, look, I can't get through it. I can't get over that next hump. Why is it always challenging for me? Why is my life at a roadblock right now? Share this video with them. Hopefully it inspires them and kicks them off their butt for a moment and helps them to go do something that they've never done before. So share this video, and thanks for being here, and I really appreciate you following along. And we will see you on the next one, next Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific. Every Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for following along, guys.